matchup. There's no love lost between these guys in between the lines. These two guys can get it done, but they don't like each other. You're going to see a lot of scrappiness. You're going to see a lot of fights. Tune into this game. The game is going to be good, and the game within the game is going to be good.
Hey, 99 Club too, Brandon. Okay, a lot of people come up to me, I see them, they say, Kevin, you know, you're great on First Things First, but you should really consider being an NFL referee. You know, you have your such knowledge of the game and situational awareness. You look great in stripes. I say, no. But if I was an NFL referee, I'm calling this a catch for two reasons. One, it kind of looked like a catch. Two, he's a quarterback. I've got kind of a sliding scale. If that was DeAndre Hopkins, I'd be like, no catch. But if it's a quarterback, I was like, you know what? Close enough, Nick. I'm going to give it to you. It's like playing basketball with your kid. It's just like, you know what? Not a double dribble. That's okay. I'm going to turn a blind eye to that one. So for me, if I was a ref, great catch, Matthew Stafford. Lions ball at the 1.
It's a terrible take. Here's a better one. Deshaun Watson, really good. Deshaun Watson, particularly good once the anchor around his neck was removed. That was Bill O'Brien. Show me the Deshaun Watson numbers pre and post Bill O'Brien, if you would. 4 games with Bill O'Brien. They're 0-4. His passer rating, it's okay, not great. Touchdown, interception, okay, not great. Since Bill O'Brien left, well, really since the fourth quarter of his first game. Took him a few quarters to dust him off. 17 touchdowns, no picks, a 125 passer rating. Jenna, updated Nick Wright quarterback rankings. Patrick Mahomes, a massive golf. Russell Wilson, 2. Deshaun Watson, 3. Sorry, Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. Deshaun Watson, your third best quarterback in football, Jenna. Oh, how about that?
I got the same rankings, Nick. And you know why? Here's why I love Patrick Mahomes. Because Patrick Mahomes loves everybody. Patrick Mahomes cares about everybody. Patrick Mahomes wants everybody to be as famous as he is. You know how I know that? Because he's so big and good at ball distribution. You know how I know that? Because he passes and practices ball distribution in practice. The same exact way Oprah would if she was an NFL quarterback. You get a ball. 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 You're over there. You get a ball. Underneath. You get a ball. Underhand. Around that. You get a ball. If you love Patrick Mahomes, you get a ball. I don't know how to end this. I was just going to keep going until video ran. But everybody gets a ball in the grand world of Patrick Mahomes. And let us move on. We're going to turn our attention to this weekend and the game to watch. Bucks and the guy that keeps giving people balls, Patrick Mahomes. The best to ever do it against the best currently doing it. Brady does have the advantage on Mahomes coming into Sunday. 2-1 lifetime against him in head-to-head matchups. Not a huge advantage, still an advantage. But this, of course, Brady's first time with Tampa. So, Brandon, what has to happen for the Bucs to pull off the upset?
Yeah, I mean, look, Tampa's struggles are real. But should we be alarmed and start jumping ship? Not right now. Just hold tight. This should be a game they get back on track. And to do that, they have to do 3 things. Number 1, you have to run the ball. This is a Kansas City Chiefs team that's giving up almost 5 yards a carry. And you have an aging quarterback. Some would say, like Nick Wright, whoa, work around the quarterback when you lean on the run game. I just call it playing good football and being smart. So run the football at least 25 times a game. Last week, you ran it 18 times. You have 2 dog running backs. Give it to them. Let them lead the way. And when you do that, you can now counter the run game with play action. I want to see a little waggle as well, some max protection. When you go against a front 4, front 7 that can get to the quarterback, why don't we max pro, get it to our wide receivers? If they're not there, guess who you have? A running back in the flat that's always open in these situations. Counter the run game by play action. That's what he did well in New England. The last thing, let's use AB inside. I'll be honest here, guys. AB is an outside wide receiver. He likes to play to the short side of the field. One-on-one matchups, we usually put him at the X wide receiver. But let's put him in that Edelman situation. Let's put him in that Wes Welker type scenario. Let's see if he can get it done. Why? Because Brady likes to work inside out. He's not a guy that is very efficient thrown outside the numbers. And he hasn't been that guy in 10 years. So if we do these 3 things, this could be the upset of the week.
Wow.
Brandon,
okay.
can I just ask you a very quick question before I give my take on this? How would
Yes,
those
100%.
keys be? How would those keys be any different, if at all, if the Tampa Bay Bucs quarterback this week was Nick Foles?
Oh, but that's not it. But see, I love the question, but that's not it. Nick Foles, we're not even having this discussion. They're not sitting at 7-4. What we're talking about is who's the next quarterback if Nick Foles was on that team.
Okay.
That's the conversation that
Okay.
we would be having today.
I agree. We probably also wouldn't be talking about the Bucs nearly as much. That's all fair. I also think that if Nick Foles were the quarterback for this game, it'd be like pound the run, try to hit him with play action, hit him with dink and dunks, but that's just my take. Here's what has to happen to me primarily. Ali Marpet, who's missed a few games with a concussion, he has practiced this week. It's not yet been announced 100% if he's going to play. He needs to play, and they must neutralize Chris Jones. Frank Clark got the big contract in free agency a year ago. They brought in Tyrann Mathieu. They spent some draft picks on defensive players. Chris Jones is the best player on this defense. I believe Chris Jones to be the third best player on the entire team. He was non-existent in the Raider game. And the Raiders might have the best guard-center guard combo in football, but the Bucs, when healthy, are a close second. They have to neutralize Chris Jones, and they have to take a page out of the Raiders playbook in this regard. I know the Chiefs scored 35 on the Raiders, but the Raiders limited the number of possessions the Chiefs had. That was a fast game because the Raiders' drives were taking 5-6 minutes, and because the Raiders' defense made the Chiefs play in front of them. They made the Chiefs take small 4 to 8 yard bites at a time. They didn't have quick scoring drives over the top. So you want this game to move at a rapid pace if you're the Bucs. You want to keep the Chiefs playing in front of you, and when you have the ball, to Brandon's point, whether it's running the clock or short passes, you want extended drives. But the Wilds, you know the Chiefs are going to score 28 points, at least. So the question is, can the Bucs manufacture 30 points in this football game? I don't think they can, which is why I don't think they can win.
Yeah. So Brandon, I'm gonna piggyback off that. I'm gonna give you some stats, and you tell me what Bruce Arians should do. Tom Brady, 20+ air yards last 3 games. He's 0 for 15 with 3 interceptions, and this is the note from Dusty, which I thought was unnecessary. A 0.0 passer rating. Dusty, I know, he's 0 for 15. You're just piling on at this point. So, does that mean don't take any shots? Or what's the maximum amount of shots you want to take down the field? Do you want to take 1 shot down the field with Mike Evans? Do you want to take multiple shots of, like, let's just cast a big net and keep on going to it? One will eventually hit. Or, like, you know what? I watched first things first. I'm going to do Brandon's keys and then, turn Mike Evans loose for maybe 1 big shot.
Well, before I even answer the question, let's talk about how this thing is set up. This is 90% Bruce Arians' offense, which is super aggressive, and to Wild's your point, is taking shots. This is 10% of New England's offense and Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the opposite. They're on totally opposite ends of the spectrum. One guy's aggressive, one guy's dink and dunk. So when you look at it, the players play. The coaches aren't out there. Really good coaches put their players in the best position and utilize their skill set. If Tom Brady is telling you that that's never been my game, I won 2-3 Super Bowls dinking and
Bye.